to say for Wimbledon Masters and a lakeside World Championship finalist, the current holder of 6 World Rally titles, England's Fallon Sherrock.
Here we go then. Looks like Rhiannon Griffiths is feeling the heat up on the stage here in Preston. It is very warm by all accounts up there. It's Fallon Sherrock in the pink, fresh from, as John mentioned, victory in Belgium over the weekend. Did the double in Belgium, winning both the Belfry and the Bruges Opens. A fantastic weekend for Fallon Sherrock.
Yeah, she's a wonderful player, and all the expectancy that there was back in 2014, 2015, when as a former youth champion she started to make her presence felt. Had suffered from an illness which did knock her career back to a certain extent, but I think that's well and truly behind her now, and the evidence of last weekend tells you, and having beaten Eileen de Graaf in both finals over there in Belgium, really does tell you that she's back at her very best, and very much the informed player coming into this competition. Of course, she would have played Eileen de Graaf in the next round of this, but Eileen got knocked out yesterday, the number 2 seed, and so I'm afraid Eileen won't be taking her on, but
Maria O'Brien
may
well
instead. Yes, she will be taking a great interest in this particular affair.
Yeah, it was an excellent weekend for Fallon Sherrock. The conditions, I'm told, in Belgium were very similar to this on the stage here in Preston. The heat is all I've been told about by numerous players who are in Belgium over the weekend. 30 odd degrees centigrade up on stage. It's a little bit cooler, I'm told, but still very warm up on the big stage at the Guildhall.
Yeah, 2018's been good to her because the Slovak Open and the Isle of Man Open championships went her way. None of them give her the kind of reward and exposure that this particular event does, of course, but they're there, and this is the one she'd like to win, I'm sure, more than any other, perhaps, than the World Championship or the World Masters.
Yeah, she was in the Lakeside final in 2015, and as you mentioned, career knocked back just a little bit, but feels like she's had an excellent 2018 so far, Fallon Sherrock, and might just be on the way back up again. And she'll certainly be looking to get right in towards the latter stage of this competition. But Rhiannon Griffiths from Wales has a finish.
Oh, great darts. And yeah, she's from St Clears in Carmarthenshire. Lovely part of the world. Now Sherrock looking at treble 19. Would have wanted tops had she got it, so first leg could go the way of the person who started it. And that's not a bad marker. Fraction inside, yeah, that's perfect precision. She used that marker absolutely brilliantly. Notice how she lined that dart up against it. It just glanced off it into the target. 1-0 to Wales. Rhiannon Griffiths, Lakeside World Championship, last 16 over the last 2 years. Winmare World Masters last 16 in 2016. WDF Europe Cup Pairs champion in 2016, England Classic finalist in 2017.
100.
She want to be respected, if not feared. Steady.
45.
Nice high action, tight-lipped.
140.
And 140 the reward. Not for being tight-lipped, more for that lovely, accurate high action that she has. 135 from Griffiths. In response, now wanted treble 14 for the tops there, but that's a useful 94. 48 left, and Griffiths can't take this out to just 15 darts. Sherrock, great chance to level up at one leg all. Very quick game this, first to 4 legs, best of 7. Now double 16, fraction in. She's got to move to the left, and she'll try and hit this over the top, and she succeeded, but only by getting that double 8. Now Griffiths, this would really be a belter. It's not going to happen though. 16 for Sherrock. She's just hit the double 8 once in going for double 16. Let's hope she doesn't hit double 16 in going for double 8. She hasn't. That's a good dart. 2 double 8s on the trot, in fact. Level up at one leg all. And cool as a cucumber.
100.
Certainly got the range here. Ton. I expected more, to be honest, but ton for ton. Well, Wes Harms has had an excellent victory. He's beaten Wayne Warren 6 legs to 3. And the amiable Dutchman is with Steve now. So let's go over, Steve.
Thank you, John. Joined now by Wes Harms. Wes, congratulations on the win. You seem to play pretty well out there. Are you excited to be here in Preston for this competition?
To be fair, last year I made it to the semis and I just want to go further. And well, Wayne Warren is a decent player, so nobody wins from him easy. And lucky I did this day.
The key point in the match seemed to be when Wayne took out the 116. Looked like that might be a turning point, but then you just put the hammer down and won the final 2 legs. Were you a bit nervous when you checked that out?
No, I knew I made a mistake with throwing a 22 in there, and the only thing I could do is put it away on 32 with a 150. I did that, and well, he missed 116 before. After that, well, he didn't miss. Unlucky for me, but keep going on.
Well, we look forward to seeing you in the next round. Congratulations.
Thank you for that.
Indeed, we always look forward to seeing Wes Harms on the hockey, so he'll be playing Peter Machin in the next round. That'll be some game, won't it? The reigning champion against the man who was beaten in the semi-finals last year and wants to go all the way this year. But back to this game, 1 apiece. And Griffiths looking at 92, 87 left now, needed the treble 17. And she can ill afford to. Oh, that's a good last start in fairness. But Sherrock's quite capable of taking out 128. She now wants 74. Oh, unlucky. She wanted another treble 18 for double 10. And in the end, Griffiths with double 12. And you feel she's got to get this. She does do. She realises that Sherrock's right on her tail. And so 2-1 to the Welsh lady. And Steve back again. Tall lad, Wayne. Wes, isn't he? You had to hold that bike really high up, didn't you? I mean, you're not short yourself.
Yeah,
you stand on a soapbox.
Yeah, that was what I did.
I
Yeah, absolutely. Right. No, he was in fine form. Was Wes. Really pleased with the win, I think. And he's only just found out he's playing Peter Machin in the next round, which will be a cracking match.
That's not a bad attitude to have. Just take each game as it comes and you play whoever you get. I mean, the draw would have told him that, of course, but it shows how focused he is really on his own game and not that of anybody else's. Though most people would want to see who they're playing.
This ladies' match is the shorter form of the World Trophy, only first of 4, best of 7. So we mentioned in the first match the margins for error are very small. They're even tighter in the women's matches.
100.
And these two seem to be pretty evenly matched so far, going pretty much score for score.
59.
Couple of poor darts there from Rian. She needed that 60 in the end, just to keep pace.
Yes, the facial expressions tell all. But you won't get too many facial expressions from Fallon. You might just raise her eyes to the ceiling on occasion, but generally she just quietly gets on with the job. Does a pretty good one. 154 here, knowing that she's got 6 darts to polish it off. She may not know what Griffiths wants, but that's the fact.
Yeah, Griffiths left herself a bogey, but can look to set this up here. Fallon may well only get 1 dart at a double.
94. Final required, 94.
Just to see which way she goes. The bull route, now 76. She was going for the 25 stroke 50, but anyway, 56 left, so there you are. Oh, she went for the 16 and dropped short, so she's got a little bit of work to do if Griffiths allows her. 48 left, into double 16, it ought to go, but it didn't, and Sherrock will be back, and this is where she'll be annoyed at getting the 7, because she should be having this dart at a double instead of this one and this one, and that's why that wasted dart could mean so much.
It certainly could. Rian Griffiths wants double 16. Oh, just inside. And an opening here for Fallon Sherrock. A let off for her. And it goes, double 4. To tie things back up. That was a good chance for Rian to take a leg lead. Open up a bit of a cushion in this one. 3-1 all of a sudden though becomes 2-2. And Rian just drifting into the 5s again. Been a bit of a feature of her scoring so far.
Yes, 4 legs have gone with throw as it turns out, but both players have had chances in 3 of the 4 legs, I think it is.
Yeah, which makes this match really hard to call at this stage. It could just be about who holds their nerve in the key moments to come.
100.
Nice ton there. And Fallon Sherrock, who's from Buckinghamshire, and Geens. I think I'm right in saying she plays at county darts for the Buckinghamshire County. People put me right if I'm wrong. But really fine
95.
young player.
Yeah, she did get to the semi-finals of this event, 2014 and 15. Hasn't got that far since in the last couple of years. Looking for a return to form in the World Trophy. Leaves herself 157. It's a loose one from Rian. Doesn't get a treble.
Yeah, Griffiths throws some very good darts, but she throws far too many loose ones. And that whilst they all do, not as you don't see as many loose darts from Sherrock.
Yeah, Fallon's loose darts tend to end up in the single 20 rather than the 1 or the 5. That's what we've seen so far, at least.
Yeah, it's that lovely high action, straight, and right down the line darts, you see. 21, well that's 76 left. She wanted that in the last leg, didn't she? And now she wants double 8 for 3-2. Unlucky, good try. Griffiths, you feel, has got to get this because Sherrock won the last leg on double 4. Oh, good dart. Oh, what a pity. What a pity for her. Means that Sherrock comes back to win, possibly against the throw this leg. And a good marker. Excellently used. It was the adjustment of the dart in terms of the weight rather than actually using the marker, but equally as impressive.
Yeah, that'll be a blow to Rianne. She thought she might have got away with it on the double 19. Commendable for going straight for it. Just didn't quite drop it down enough. That's a good start to this leg though. Gonna need to keep nicking herself ahead in this leg as much as she can. So low score from Fallon. If Rianne can follow up that 120 plus with another, she'll be well ahead. And she's made that same dart quite a few times.
Yes, this leg has been Sherrock in the 20 sector. Apart from there, she's only marginally out when all said and done. Generally down that line, brilliant last dart, and beginning to open up a little bit of a gap here. So Griffiths really does need a score. It's not happening for her, so a lead of 41 for Sherrock plus these.
Pretty good score again.
Yes, after a poor start, she rectified matters, and now Griffiths, I think, feeling the pressure a little bit now. 124 behind and not really making any considerable inroads on that. So 167. There's the first part of it. Would have loved the treble 19, but she'd be very happy with that, Steve. Very happy indeed. Lands herself nicely on tops.
Yeah, great setup that from Fallon. Really, really good. We've seen her in fantastic form in 2018. It's because of darts like that. Can she take this one out with tops? Yes, she can. 16 darter from Fallon Sherrock to finish it off on tops after a brilliant setup from 167. 167 out in 4 darts for Fallon Sherrock, and she advances through in the women's competition at the expense of Rianne Griffiths, who looked like she was well in this one at the early stages, and in the end, share of a